Chapter 7. A Little Time Off. The year is going by fast. It's been several weeks since my fight against Erno. I have continued my training, but winter break has arrived. It's time for McKenna and me to take some much-needed time away from Legacy. We haven't decided what we want to do. Go home and see our families, or spend the time cuddled up in the apartment watching Christmas movies. Time off is, in any case, literally what the doctor has ordered. After the halberd blow, I needed 120 stitches to my wounded leg. 3 layers of 25 each to repair the muscle and another 45 to close the skin. I had healed, but the wound had left a sickening scar. The fighting is starting to take a toll on McKenna too. She's into the competition, but seeing me risk life and limb is sometimes too much for her to handle. Since the next Aurelium isn't scheduled to occur until after New Year's, I will focus all my energy on her. Christmas is her favorite holiday. The gift-giving and the general brightness of the joy around captivate McKenna's spirit. I haven't heard any rumors of Crassus plotting against me since Goodwin warned me about Erno. I suspect the allied force of the House of Crassus and Ares worshippers have received my rebuttal message to their plot. I don't know how long until they will be back, if at all, but for now, at least death is taking a holiday. So, Stud, what's the plan for Christmas? McKenna asks. It's not that big of a deal for me. What would you like to do? My mom tells me they're going away for the holidays, and so are your parents, so I think we should stay here and celebrate together, just the two of us. You got it. McKenna has already started decorating the apartment. I've just been sitting around watching her in the swing of things. It's been snowing outside for hours, so there's not much else to do. Something is missing, she says, standing in the entryway to the living room, pondering over the decor. We need a tree, McKenna insists. So we venture out into the snow to find one. McKenna is enjoying herself, drinking hot cocoa and singing along to the Christmas songs on the radio. Winter storms like this are the one time I regret not having a truck. I can barely see, and I am blasting the windshield with defroster to try to clear up the fog covering the window. I love to drive, but this is insane. There are no shops open. Every place we pass has a sign that says we're closed. After driving around for an hour, we finally find a parking lot where Christmas trees are on sale. This place has hundreds of trees ready for picking. We rummage around for a while because McKenna can't decide what she wanted. What do you think, the 7-foot or the 8? She asks. What about this one right here? It has character. I point to a tiny Charlie Brown tree lying on the ground. You're a comedian now? A hilarious, multi-talented fighter? Bravo. I'm serious, Luke, which one? The 8 is too tall for the apartment, and we would have to move things around to boot because it is so full. I like the 7-foot. She doesn't take my advice. We pay for the 8-footer and strap it to the roof of the car. It is quite the task of getting the thing up the stairs, but I manage. I hate to admit this, but McKenna was right. The tree looks great. I start to get in the spirit of things when I see it standing in place. We decorate it together and then, as planned, cuddle up on the couch watching Christmas movies until we fall asleep. We spend the next few days getting our gifts together for each other. I have big presents for McKenna, and I hope she likes them. We decide not to open anything until Christmas morning. It is hard hiding my gifts from her. She's like a kid snooping around trying to sneak a peek. We spend Christmas Eve with Juliet, Link, Bobby, and Kanae. We have them over for dinner and hang out a while before they all head back to their homes to bring in the day. The night was fun. We played cliché games and told relationship stories until we were all ready to hit the sack. Bobby and Kanae had become official shortly after their first date, and he couldn't be happier. His father likes her too. Bobby had felt he was incapable of finding love. But love isn't about how you seem to yourself, but about how another person sees who you really are. They look at you and don't register flaws or imperfections. They see perfection in the beauty that is you, and love the happiness you give them. When Christmas morning comes, it is exciting to see all the presents under the tree. McKenna's gifts are great. She has bought me nice clothes, a new computer, and headphones. I love the gifts. She always took the time to buy me things that she knew I would enjoy. I asked McKenna to sit down on the couch. Well, where is it at? She asks. Close your eyes first. I had hidden her gift in the kitchen earlier this morning. While her eyes are closed, I run to the kitchen to grab her present. I gently place the gift in her arms. Okay, you can open them now. McKenna opened her eyes to find a large red box with a white bow. The lid had holes in it and starts shaking as she picks it up. What is it? McKenna wonders. Open it and find out. She lifts the top of the box and a smile shot across her face. No way. When did you? An all-white German Shepherd puppy pops out of the box and kisses her on the nose. The handsome little dog's ears are standing straight up, and he has ghostly blue eyes. Growing up, McKenna had always wanted a dog, but had never been allowed to have one. I've wanted a puppy of my own, too. Oh my God, he is too cute. What are we going to name him? She asks. I don't know. He's your Christmas gift. What do you think? How about we call you Luca? Luca shall be your name. I loved it. An epic name. Before she got too preoccupied with the puppy, I had to turn her attention to my 2 other presents. Ready for your next gift? There's more. I reach into my back pocket, pull out her second gift, and set it down on the table in front of her. She puts the puppy down long enough for me to get out what I have to say. Hugh Walpole once wrote, "The most wonderful of all things in life, I believe, is the discovery of another human being with whom one's relationship has a glowing depth, beauty, and joy as the years increase. This inner progressiveness of love between 2 human beings is a most marvelous thing. It cannot be found by looking for it, or by passionately wishing for it. It is sort of a divine accident. 3 years ago, fate brought us to the same place and time, so that we could be together. I am happy with you being my girlfriend, but I would be honored if you would be my wife." I present McKenna with a small black box. She grabs it from me and opens it to find the 18-karat white gold vintage engagement ring, the ring I thought suited her the best, with a center stone a little over a carat, accented by 6 round sapphires and framed by 48 pave set round diamonds with filigree detailing. The gesture takes her breath away. Tears run down her face, and she covers her mouth, trying to find the words to express what she was feeling. I take her hand and study her bare finger for the last time. I remove the ring from the box and slide it onto her left ring finger. The color of the metal flatters her skin tone. She stretches out her hand and admires the ring. Her breath slows, almost as if she is trying to comprehend the reality of the situation. "Yes, of course I will. But how did you know?" she finally asks. "It doesn't matter how I knew. All that matters is that I can't go on without calling you my wife. This is the best Christmas ever." "Well, it's not over yet." "What do you mean? There can't possibly be more." I hand her an envelope, my most spontaneous gift. "What is this?" McKenna asks. "Christmas together is perfect, but how do you feel about bringing in the new year in Las Vegas?" Vegas? McKenna is elated to find 2 round-trip tickets, and she can't decide which gift she's more excited about. "Look, Luca, Mommy and Daddy are going to Las Vegas." "Wait, who's going to look after Luca while we're gone?" "Don't worry about that. Bobby said he'd come over and watch Luca. 3 days in Vegas? What could be better?" "This is really too much, Luke. I would have been happy with just the puppy. This Christmas is definitely a dream come true. Thank you." It's hard to express my feelings from seeing her as my fiancée and not my girlfriend. I feel proud, blissful. She has honored me with that one word more than the applause of any crowd. We spend the next couple of days packing for the trip. Soon it is time to head to the airport. I have another surprise awaiting McKenna on our arrival. "Come on, Luke. We have to hurry up and get to the gate." "There's no rush. We've already gone through security check, and our flight doesn't leave for another hour and a half." In her excitement, she has neglected to actually check our flight time. At the gate, McKenna sees her surprise. "No way!" she cries as she runs ahead of me. Standing at our gate, holding a big sign that read Vegas, are Juliet and Link. I told them I wanted to take McKenna away for the new year, and they said they would come. "What are you guys doing here?" she exclaims. "We're going to Vegas," Juliet says. "There's no way we were going to let you go without us," Link adds. "Luke told us that he planned something special for you and invited us to tag along." McKenna turns to me and throws her arms around my neck. She stares into my eyes and kisses me. "You did this all for me?" she asks. "I'd do anything for you." "This is going to be the best trip ever," McKenna declares. We board an hour later, with Link and Juliet sitting right behind us. I look out the window at all the snow as the plane makes its way to the runway. The flight to Las Vegas from New York is about 6 hours. After sitting on the tarmac, the pilot is finally cleared for takeoff. Shortly after we are in the air, I fall asleep for the entire flight. McKenna wakes me up as we begin our descent into Vegas, Nevada. I open my eyes to the lights of the Vegas Strip illuminating the night sky. The pilot announces that the temperature on the ground is in the upper 80s at 8 o'clock at night. Since we are only staying for 3 days and 2 nights, we have only brought carry-on bags. We all pile into a shuttle and head for the Palms Casino and Resort when we get off the plane. Since it's New Year's in Vegas, the hotel only had suites left, so I had to reserve the G Suite for us all to stay in. The heat is barely bearable even at night, but seeing all the attractions and lights as we drove up the boulevard kept me distracted from the uncomfortable warmth. The lights and the energy of the hotel are brilliant. We are going to have a great time. After check-in, we take the elevator up to our room. "Whoa, this place is ridiculous," Link exclaims. "It's gorgeous, but can you afford it?" McKenna asks. "No sweat," I assure her. "Let me deal with that. We have 3 days. What are we going to do first? The Christmas gifts and the trip had been expensive, but I had a lot of money stashed away. I had taken a lot of fights before I moved back to the US. I knew no one could defeat me, so I'd bet on myself each time. Since I was only 17 and a foreigner, I usually fought as the underdog against one-sided bets, so I very quickly made more money than I knew what to do with. My efforts had succeeded. McKenna soon goes back to enjoying herself. We clean up and head out for the night. Nothing could have made this night any better. Good friends and my fiance by my side. The following day, Link and I wake up early to run a few errands. I have arranged for McKenna and Juliet to have a day of pampering. Before I left this morning, I place a note on the pillow next to where McKenna is sleeping. Good morning, my gorgeous fiance. Hope you slept well. Link and I ran out to pick up a few things, but have no fear. You won't suffer from boredom. We arranged for you and Jules to get the Queen's treatment. Room service and the spa package will be there at 9:30. Be back soon. I love you. I want New Year's Eve to be especially memorable, so Link helps me put together something huge I have planned. When we get back to the suite, the girls look refreshed and ready for the day. That was phenomenal, McKenna says. Definitely, Juliet adds. You two are working to get some tonight, aren't you? Juliet jokes. We get dressed and head out. It's only right that we see a show in Las Vegas, and Cirque du Soleil is the one for us. The acrobatics, costumes, artistry, and creativity to produce a performance like that staggers the imagination. Afterward, we stop back at the hotel to get ready for dinner. Link and Juliet went to their room, and McKenna and I to ours. What is all this? McKenna asks, stunned to see what is sitting on the bed. A pair of pear-shaped sapphire and diamond earrings in white gold, their vintage look the perfect complement to her engagement ring, and cobalt blue satin stilettos. The most noticeable item is the wedding gown, a strapless ivory Maggie Sotero number with a crystal sash nestled beautifully beneath the sweeping neckline. The back is scooped and corseted with silk ties. The bubble-hemmed train really gives the dress a flair that I thought McKenna would love. She examines every item on the bed until she gets to the dress, calling out to her from the bedspread. She runs her fingers down the fabric. I forgot to mention my resolution, I say from behind her. It is New Year's Eve, after all. I vow to forever and always call you my wife. If you would do me the honor of marrying me. I get down on one knee. With no hesitation in her voice, she looks down at me and says, yes. Juliet and Link are outside our door listening in. They come running in to congratulate us as soon as McKenna says yes. I'm so happy for you, Juliet says. There's no way I would miss out on being your maid of honor. Yeah, congratulations, guys, said Link. There isn't a better couple. Well, except us, of course. This has been my plan all along. Starting the night, I saw the computer screen with the engagement ring. Juliet helps McKenna get ready. Link and I are out in the living room getting dressed in classic black tuxedos, the only thing I would get married in. Juliet comes out first to present McKenna. Juliet is wearing a stunning champagne one-sleeve dress Link had bought her. Presenting Mrs. McKenna Hart, she says. McKenna comes gliding through the bedroom door as if she had floated down from heaven. The dress hugs her body, accentuating every curve. Her hair is beveled and full of life. The chandelier earrings sparkle like stars in the night. We head down to the front entrance of the Palms, where I have a limo waiting. People stare and clap as we cross the casino floor and lobby. Our union is being celebrated by a mass of avid supporters. We pile into the limo and are taken to the stratosphere. I have arranged for us to get married there. At the top of the building, we stand looking out the windows at the magic of the Vegas lights. It feels like we are on top of the world. The pastor enters the room where we are waiting. Are we ready? He asks. Yes, I say. We are. McKenna and I walk in first to see the elaborately decorated room. There are flowers and candles all around. White satin cloths draped from the ceiling and the lights of the city as our backdrop. I can tell McKenna is happy, but she has a gloomy look in her eyes. What's wrong? This is all so out of this world, but I really wish my parents and family could have been here. Well, I called both our parents, and they couldn't make it on such short notice. Don't worry, though. Your mother can see you right now. They're watching over a live stream as we speak. You really are perfect, she sighs. I guess that tugged on the right heartstrings. McKenna promptly recomposes herself and is eager to get underway. I believe the groom has written his own vows, the pastor asks. I take McKenna by the hand and begin to recite what I have written. Save this night in memory. Look out into the night sky and see that the stars have aligned. Remember always a promise. Life was meaningless until I was blessed with the knowledge of your existence. Remember always a love living out the sands of time forever in your arms, transcending a time when our souls were but two halves of a whole searching for entirety. Tonight do we cement and honor a union long established by our souls by joining everlastingly into holy matrimony. McKenna can't hold back the tears. It is the first time she has ever really been at a loss for words. The pastor proceeds. Repeat after me. I, Luke, take you, McKenna, to be my wife, my life partner, and my one true love. I will cherish our friendship and love you today, tomorrow, and forever. I will love you faithfully through the best and the worst, through the difficult and the easy. As long as I am with you, harm shall never come your way. As I have given you my heart, so I give you my life to keep. I repeat the words, and so does McKenna. By the power vested in me by the sovereign state of Nevada, said the pastor, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. We kiss with a passion that burns hotter than 12 suns. I whisper, Happy New Year. The clock strikes midnight, and the ball drops as we kiss. We are starting the new year as husband and wife. Juliet and Link congratulate us and embrace us. We all leave the stratosphere and go back to the hotel. The city streets are filled with excitement as everyone on the strip celebrates the new year. The Palms is one big party. We go back to the suite. Link and Juliet depart to their room, and McKenna and I to ours. I carry her across the threshold and lay her on the bed. She wastes no time consummating the marriage.